Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube live. So there's nobody right now on the live in case you're watching it after. So I'm going to share the link so that people can join. But in case nobody joins, I'm going to be like that mathematics teacher that starts the class even when nobody's here. Because blessed be the Lord. God who was and is to come. Blessed be the Lord, the Almighty reigns forever. All right. Okay. So if you can hear me, if you're hearing me, just let me know. Okay. So if you can hear me, if you're hearing me, just let me know. So if you can hear me, just let me know. Type something in the comment section, in the live chat, so that I know that I have people here. But if not, just going to start. If you saw the thumbnail for this YouTube live, you'd see that we are going to be reviewing somebody's portfolio today. And so you're going to be reviewing the portfolio of one of my subscribers. So it's one of you that watch my videos. We talk about brand identity design. And this time around, I actually reached out to him. All right, so I'm just going to walk you guys through the process. So let me share my screen. Um, Posted last week Friday, and so I saw KP, and he said, "I love how you approach problem solving. I got a gig recently, and my client has been impressed, has been so impressed thus far. I would have fully delivered the project by the time you see this, but I want to appreciate you for always sharing, inspired by the things I picked up from you. That feedback so much because it helps me. I think things like that keep me going, tells me that um you guys actually learning from the work that I'm doing. Thank you so much, um Kilo. Okay, so this is insider. So I put out a video today. I added it to my ad set that somebody's complaining that my network is bad, but let me check. All right. So my network is actually terrible. Sorry. There's a whole lot of glitch. I'm seeing it from my phone right now. All right. Continue. Hopefully, like it clears out. I'm using it 5, so I don't know why it's still having like. But yeah, what I was saying was, so Kime Kimeng Kilo, thank you so much for buying my course. Yes, so there is going to be a Discord community where we would be discussing and having questions answered about the course. You understand? So it's not yet open until it launches. So as somebody that has bought the course on pre-order, what's going to happen is when the course starts, under the first video for the course, you're going to get a link that you can use to join the Discord, and I'll do all to send everybody that purchases the course, everybody that has purchased the course on pre-order. I'll send everybody an email telling you that you can be able to join the Discord community. And yeah, if you purchase after launch, you'll also be able to join the Discord community. I think that Discord community is very important. You can be getting updates in case of anything, in case you have questions, and I'm getting to find out that some people. All right, so I don't know. I pray my network is actually better now. Okay, I think it's so we're just going to continue. So you guys follow me in case the network is still like terrible. We're going to be we're going to be reviewing or rating or ranking DPA's Behance portfolio. And I thought to do something to show everybody how to create a Behance portfolio in case you don't know how to create a Behance portfolio. I think Behance is one of the easiest ways to put your work out there, to compile your work in one space so that in case somebody needs to see the work that you've done, you can easily send them your Behance link and they can go and see your work. And so, thank you, Instagram, and we discussed, and you know, so yeah, we discussed, and um, he made sure to share with me and design that he worked on. All right. So actually reached out to me for. All right. All right. So the name of the brand is El Gibor Ventures. Is a facility management and cleaning service, and I can see that exactly on the logo. So this is going to be my let's just go through the brand before we start rating it. You understand? So that when I'm because I had gone through it previously. So that when we are rating, we rate from understanding. All right. So we've just gone through it. So this is a brand identity project for a facility management and cleaning company based in Birmingham, UK. That's amazing. Close to you, my bro. All right. So first of all, what is El Gibor? El Gibor Ventures. It's a professional cleaning and facility management company committed to creating cleaner, healthier, and better maintained spaces for both residential and commercial apartments. At El Gibor Ventures, our excellence in every service we deliver. We are committed to building lasting relationships with our clients through consistency, professionalism, and service that they can trust. All right. So from what I've read here, I get a cleaning, a facility cleaning company. They also sorry, is a cleaning company that also does facility management. So they work for both residential and commercial clients. And so based off the definition, um, he worked on this mood board. So the mood board is showing color scheme, showing images, as well as I like um the homely feel of the mood board to translate that into the brand. As you can see, like with your browns and beige and all that stuff. And so yeah, I'm also seeing like a pattern like sort of stuff. Yeah, so this is the logo. And I think yeah, so he created a couple of mockups as well. Um I feel like these are AI mockups. Yeah, but if they are, they're actually good AI mockups. I think I've used this mockup before, this particular mockup. All right, this is definitely AI mockup. Yeah, but it's a good one though. It's a good one. All right. So yeah, basically mock-ups to tell you, to show you the brand in use. There's a page I missed that I think I wanted to see. So yeah, but like it's actually really small. So it is showing you the logo juxtaposition process. You know how the logo was being coined, how the logo came about. So there's a E plus G equals EG. All right, so that's all you need to know about Audible. So what I'm going to be commenting on this, yeah, I think let me start commenting. So first of all, I'm going to be commenting on it based on the presentation as well as the ideation for the brand design. So first of all, for the presentation, I think you've really done a good job. Although there are some things that you can do or to work on. Like for example, I think we need to know more about the project. You just told us about the business, and this is probably what the clients would have told you when they started. So when putting out case studies, and this is something I also learned recently. When putting out case studies, it's very beneficial to you and to future clients who are going to see your work, that they see your process, they see, oh, this was the problem, and this was my thought process as to how I solved it. The only thing showing me thought process right now is this combination, so E plus G. So I think there needs to be more. Why did you use E plus G? You understand? Why didn't you use bubbles? Why didn't you use a mop stick? Why didn't you use a building? Because they clean buildings. You understand? So what's spectacular, apart from the fact that E and G is the name of the brand? Why didn't you use anything? You understand? So we need to see your thought process behind everything. I think it can be as simple as just writing down and saying, oh, this was the thought process. Then it led us to create the logo, the colors and everything. So we basically just need to see a write up. Let me show you Fort Canvas. So I love their presentation very well. I'm just going to leave that open. All right, so it has opened. So if you go to portfolio now and you click on the stack group, for example, so if you click on expand info, they are going to explain to you the whole thought process. So it does what the reason, I'm not saying that for every stage of the project you tell us, oh, I was thinking about this, but at least even if it's like an overarching decision. So this is telling you what the issue is. You understand? So Paystack has achieved something truly remarkable in the continent, not just building a product that but built something people believed in. You understand? So this is, where the company met you. This is where the clients met you. And from there now, they now start talking about the visual language, the kind of transition from space to space, this, that. So we need to see the ideation process for that. Then I I think the rest of the correction when it comes to presentation is in terms of your layouting as well as your position. So like for example, there's a lot of white space around here. I think one thing that makes a what do they call it? Interesting, and I want to, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But very appetizing. I wanted to use something that has to do like food. But yeah, very appetizing to go through is the dominance that the what do they call it? Is that the case study uses, like the whole page and everything, so that we see the whole thing. So this is non-stop running agency. If you know Jack Watson, so this is his agency, and see this is how they put out their case studies. That's why you see that a lot of case studies have a lot more in terms of mock-ups and motion design. You understand? Because they want to dominate, they want you're seeing the brand in use. You understand? This is not a brand guide presentation, it is a case study. It is so this is the brand guide. Now the brand guide, they just have like a screenshot or something like that of the brand guide coming together. But the case study has to do with more of, the brand in use, the beautiful part of the brand. Then they have their like explanation beside it. So this is discovery, this is inner world, this is visuals, and this execution. So they explain their process here. So you see, you always have to explain your process. Now, on a design point of view, what I'll say concerning this project is I feel like there also needs to be more when it comes to Okay, let me not say there needs to be more. Let's start with the logo, for example. E plus G. I see the vision. Sorry, let me check my charts. All right. So, what website do you use to generate mockups? Your screen share is blurry. I think blurry. I'm so sorry about that, guys. So that's why I shared. That's why I shared the link to the portfolio so that you can go and see his work. And please do all to like his do all to like his I would like him and follow him on Behance because he has sacrificed for each and every one of us to learn. And I also love that, as we're here, we do all to share portfolios so that we can review and see how we can grow as well. Yeah. So I'm just this, and it's reminding me of what I was talking about concerning like the dominance of the space. So, like for example, now you see this mixture. Okay, I'm coming. I think the whole page should just be brown, and the logo is very much enlarged. Do you understand? Sorry, are you guys seeing my screen? I'm seeing that my screen is not showing, so I'm just going to share it again. All right. So I think it's a bit clearer now. It's not the best, but I think it's a bit clearer. Dominance in the work. So the case study, see the way that people the way that other global agencies post their work. You understand? And work with that style. If possible, you understand, like copy. PB. All right, guys, are you hearing me now? All right, are you hearing me now? Am I visible? Are you guys seeing me? Sorry, I had a bit of glitch, so I had to turn off the live. So please let me know if you can hear me so I continue. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section or in call. Not in call. This is not Google Meet. On the chat. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. So I'm going to share my screen and let me know when you can see my screen. Please let me know when you can see my screen. All right. So I don't know. Please, can you see my screen? Okay, so I'm just going to try and reshare again. I see me. You're live. Let me know that you're seeing me. You're hearing me. Network is still not so good, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. All right. Very much. I think this is a bit clearer. I think this is a bit better. So, what I was talking about before, let me know if it's clearer. Let me know if it's clearer. I'm seeing from my end that it's actually clearer. Let me know if it's clearer so I can move on. Please, thank you. All right, I'm going to move on. Um, but I really appreciate if you can let me know in the comments if it's clearer. I'm going to answer some of your questions. Is how do you get those AI mockups? Also, I think the short answer of how do I get AI mockups? I did a video about it. All right, thank you very much, Ifnaya. So I did a video about it. In case you want to know so you first of all you don't get AI mockups, you create AI mockups. So this video should be good. You understand? I did would I say course on how to create AI mockups. You understand? So if you check out this video, the name of the video is using AI for mockup creation. Yeah, but for mockups, I use Envato. I use there's this guy mockups to design.com. And in recent times, I use more of AI as well as Figma has a way to create mockups. I'm going to show you how to do that when you get my Figma course. Yeah, so I'm going to like this project. So continuing on like this project. So I was talking about the actual design of the project. So first issue I can see with the logo is sharp edges. I'd like to also mention that the fact that there is correction on it does not mean that design is bad, because design is subjective to clients feedback as well as a whole lot of other things. You understand? This is just my own take on it. Now, that is why as well I needed a bit more insight into the brand, a bit more explanation into the brand. Do you understand? Yeah. So I need to know, okay, why do you guys use sharp edges? Because you could have decided to use sharp edges for because you're a brand that services commercial, so you want to stand out. But the reason why I still have issues with sharp edges on the logo is because the typography that you chose is one with like very intentional curved edges. You understand? It's looking more homely. Even the color scheme that I'm seeing here has a bit of a homely feel, a homely interior kind of feel to it. You understand? Now, another thing I'm also seeing concerning the logo that can be better is you see this little space inside here. When you zoom out, nobody's going to see it anymore. So by that, it means that the logo is not scalable. So that's why it's good to do logos in such a way that there are no such small elements like that. Like for example, now this negative space is an element. So try to avoid things like that. even this one too, this one can work, you understand? But yeah, so just try to avoid things like that so that when the logo is being scaled down, so for this one it's not really bad. The reason why I think there might be issues is because if you scale it down, somebody's not going to be able to see the demarcation between the E and the G, because this is what's supposed to be like a demarcation between the E and the G. Yeah. So that and the fact that the edges I think are supposed to be curved because of the mood board I'm seeing, the kind of brand that this is, and the sharpness of the edges as well gives off a construction kind of company. You understand? Now, another thing I'm seeing in the design again is I'm seeing the introduction of a sans serif font that is not being outlined here. Sorry, a serif font. So this font that was used to write facility cleaning services. Then I'm also seeing that, you know, this font is different from this one. So, because the idea of branding is distinction. Okay, this is what our brand has. This is our brand's, equity. This is our brand stuff. So, if you're using like four different kinds of fonts and you're only accounting for two, I think that's sort of an issue. Another thing I also see is we don't really get to know about how these patterns came to be. Do you understand? So, Depre, if you're on this live, just note things like that. Yeah, so we need more explanation. But this is a brand, this is a case study. So you don't have to explain everything, so to say, but like I'm just saying, because it doesn't really look like the logo. So I just feel like okay, since it doesn't look like the logo, where did it come from? Do you understand? Um yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's all for me. But I think this actually works. It is not a logo that has what do they call it? So I was thinking about the E and G, and in my mind I was thinking, okay, I think E and G is going to work as a concept, m- because maybe the client said, they don't want it to be tied to the cleaning services so that the brand can be able to diversify and do other things, because the name of the brand is El Gibor Ventures, not El Gibor Cleaning. So yeah, I'm thinking that is also the thought process behind it as well. One other thing I find as an issue is, remember I mentioned that you shouldn't put small elements in a logo so that it's scalable. Facility management and cleaning services is a small element, is a whole lot of explanation and name inside one logo. So even El Gibor, that's why you see the recent brands that we have today, things like Kuda, Pampe, Ope, very short names, because all these things help with recognizability. You understand? Or memorability. So if you're not explaining so much on your logo, somebody can easily remember it when they see it again. All right, thank you so much. We're going to try to do two more, and yeah, that's going to it. I really love. Yes, I love this. I really love this. Showing us your sketch, showing us your my bro. I really love this. This is your process, showing us how you came about with the anchor. You understand? So so there is no one rule to case study explanation, but the idea of a case study, because so if you want to do a project, and now if you want to do project, or if I want to do a project, I can use this document as a, the idea is I'm supposed to use this one as a case study to do my project. You understand? So this is Felix Gadget. Say I want to design for Undubisi gadgets. So I'm not going to say, okay, work that I based on the ideas that I've gotten from Undubisi gadget, I can now pick up some things and say, I think this works, this does not work, or this can be improved upon in the Undubisi gadget I'm designing for. But guess what? If Felix Gadgets, the case study for Felix Gadget doesn't really tell me so much about Felix Gadgets, there's not a lot I can pick up from it. I can now come and just look at the logo and be like, oh, I'm picking this up. Meanwhile, what I'm picking up was not even the idea behind it. So that's why when doing what do they call them, case studies, try to do a bit of an explanation, because when we put our work out there, other than putting it out there so that new clients can see, we are also helping the ecosystem, the design ecosystem, so that they can basically benefit from it. So I think this is an amazing work. I think the presentation I'm not trying to judgmentalize, but I think the presentation is actually better than the previous one. You see the domination that I see. Apart from this, I don't believe in putting two mockups in one page and then now having a whole lot of space outside. But you see the rest of this, you see the way this is like so big. This is really commendable. Exactly, even this one too, so big, occupying all the space, so that as you're scrolling, it's just so seamless and it's so beautiful to watch. Yeah, I think this is really nice. And I also think the logo is also on point. Yeah. I think I saw a bit of an explanation. So it's letter F, letter G, and a cable cord. Even though I think this logo can do perfectly fine without the cable cord. But another thing you should notice is when creating spaces or creating stuff, take note of the negative space that you're creating. So right now you have created an S negative space. I think there needs to be meaning for that as well, or just basically take note of it. It doesn't necessarily have to be so much meaning to it, but there's like an S I'm seeing here, and I thought it had something to do with the logo. But yeah, that was my first thought. But I really love that you also added your sketch, show us your process. Yeah, I see as well that there's a mood board, but I don't think you used a whole lot from this mood board. I think maybe you use like the style of logo, but like the color scheme is not really corresponding as much. But yeah, so this is the brand description, is the ultimate destination for top tier gadgets, and yeah. So there could be more explanation to explain something, and he was like, what if the particular part it just happened and he entered there. So first of all, yeah, I first of all, the actual first of all should be, as a designer, there should be an explanation for every line that you draw, for every dot that you put, for every circle. It might not be a very deep explanation. It can just be for contrast. It can just be so that this place does not look empty, but there should be an explanation, because there always is an explanation. There's something that was going through your mind when you were working on this. So that is the explanation. Do you understand? So what is now going to be an issue is now when we now find out that what is going through your mind is just, oh, because I saw it's nice. So that's a very wrong explanation. I should not be the way a designer should think. A designer should be thinking towards solving problems. Solving problems. There's nothing wrong with also thinking towards aesthetics. So you can also say, I did this so that it can also be aesthetically pleasing. Because you can have a very amazing logo that solves problems, but it's not fine. The target audience will not like it. The target audience will not, they will not like it, they will hate it. So that is also a reason. You understand? So explanations always exist. Also, the second thing I now want to say is, I didn't say you should be so meticulous about a giving explanation to every single thing that you do on your case study. I just meant that give us an explanation that drives us through the project. Like for example, so I myself just started doing this. See this project when I posted the case study. So I talked to you about it. Overview. I explained what Puffs is about. I showed you the mood board. Then I explained to you the idea behind the logo, the mascot, the visual system, the color scheme, and that's the result. Puffs is that transform a familiar street snack into a, you understand? So I'm not coming to tell you, oh, this is why we did the menu like this, or because deliverables. A lot of these things are deliverables. By the way, this is an actual real image of the brand in real life, and this is another real image as well. So all these things are deliverable. This cap is a deliverable. I'm not going to start explaining to you why we put this cap like this. I'm not going to start explaining to you, no, 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 no. I just want to explain to you the core idea behind the project. Do you understand? I'm not sure, but I think I did it for this project as well. Did I? Did I? Okay. So as I think I posted the brand guide. So no, I didn't post. It's not the brand guide I posted, but I think what I was able to do with this was to explain to you the idea behind the logo, explain to you, what 11 Sats is about, explain to you the primary colors, the idea, like why I chose them, because you need that explanation. Because whoever it is reviewing your project needs to understand your thought process. One of my most viewed projects, Soraya. Yeah, so I didn't do a whole lot of explanation for Soraya, but I think it helps that I did a YouTube video for it. But it's actually still wrong that I didn't do a whole lot of explanation. So I think I can still. So one thing I noticed is a lot of people were saying, I enjoy the breakdown on YouTube. I'm just coming from YouTube, coming from your YouTube channel, man. This is great coming from YouTube. So I love the project even more because I did a whole YouTube video about it. So I just defined Soraya and then I started showing the project, but that's actually really wrong. I think I can actually go back to this and edit it and then talk about it even more, because that way the client whoever is viewing it gets to see about the project. So these are things I'm learning and I think you guys should also apply it. Let me see this project. I think this is the most recent project I posted, which is really bad because I have a whole lot more projects. So this one has a whole lot of explanations. I'm explaining the logo, I'm explaining the, because this is how case study should be. Do you understand? Yeah. So this looks like it is, let me guess the font. I think it's archive or something. I've forgotten how the font is being spelled. Achieve or something. Oh, is it? Did I get it? Okay, it's work sounds. Failed. But yeah, I really love this logo. Yeah, let's just go through it, skim through it, then we come back to read the things that are here. All right, so I'm going to like this as well. Let me follow him. So how do I'll come back to that. So I'm going to follow you. Yeah, so please do what follow, guys. Follow people, guys. It's going to really help show our page to the people that actually need to see it. And just in case you don't know, I just noticed that my screen is no longer showing. Also, do what to like this live. Do what to like this live so that the algorithm can show it to more people that are interested in brand design and things like this. So yeah, let me know now if you're seeing my screen. All right. So yeah, let's go through it. Exactly. I love this. Social Ally is a comprehensive social media automation tool designed to simplify the management of social accounts. In today's digital age, a significant portion of the society relies on social media for livelihood. Creative solution. Visual portray the brand as vibrant, user-friendly, and solution-driven. This is not all I need, but this helps my brain as I'm looking into this project now. Okay, the idea is that the project is supposed to be vibrant, user friendly, and solution driven. So it's now going to now say, is what I'm seeing, is it vibrant? So let's check. Okay, the mood board has that level of vibration, so being vibrant, user friendly, hence the curved and hence the curved logos and solution driven. I don't know how you are going to be able to see solution driven, but also the fact that he showed us his sketches. You understand? Showed us your sketches, and that was another thing that is lacking. A lot of designers need to buy a sketchbook. I think I left my sketchbook in Lagos, but yeah, you need to get a sketchbook, get a book somewhere that you sketch things. And yeah, so I'm not on my sketchbook right now, but I still sketch on like normal books, like this one. You understand? So normal like paper books, and those basically sketch your ideas first of all. So he's now showing us his typography system. Yeah, very modern typography, because social media, that is something that has to do with something that's happening in the modern world. So this is two guys shaking their hands. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Also trying to form the letter S. Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love. So it's showing us the stacked logo, showing us go long. So for correction, this is vertical and horizontal logo. Also, you don't need to add the motto or the explanation of the brand under the logo. It clogs up the logo. Social Ally simplify the process. I know that. All right, guys. So welcome back. I so let me know if you can see and hear me now. I just have so that you can see me because I noticed that there were some network issues going on with the live. Okay, I think I'm not still live. I'm not sure. Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Better. All right. I think it's better now. If you can hear me, if you're on the call, if you can hear me, just let me know. If you can't, actually, too, let me. So I'm just going to end with this particular case study today, so we can call it a day, and I try as much as possible to work on the network for next week. So yeah, like I was saying, I really love the photography that was used, communicated the vibrancy and everything concerning the brand. Um, yeah, so just going to, I think, yeah, we've liked it already. So that's that about the project that we're going to look at for Depri. So I think Depri is doing an amazing work. He's verified on LinkedIn. Yeah. So so do all to, if you are seeing this, do all to follow him so you can get to see more. And if you also want me to review your work, a particular work you've done, you're very proud of, um, just do what Instagram. My Instagram is at increase.undo. Yeah. See you guys on the next one. If you're actually interested in reviewing, me reviewing your work, just drop a comment under this video, not on the live chat, a comment, actual comment under the video. And if you've not liked the live, just do well to like it. And yeah, finally, before I go out, update on the course. Next week, next week Saturday, the course is going to be live. You understand? There's been a increase on the launch price because my name is Increase and that's what we do here. But there's been an increase on the launch price. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. So there's been an increase on the launch price. Right now, at launch, the course is going for 15,000 naira. So if you, in case you don't know what the course is about, it is Figma for brand designers. Now, next week's live, we're going to be doing a bit of a review of the course. You understand? We're just going to peruse around it so that in case you've not still seen the reason why you should buy the course, by next week Tuesday, that is what we're going to do. We're going to peruse, see the videos. Just so you know, you see the way I normally do screen records for me displaying my work. That's not how the course is. Right now, I found a particular software that can help me screen record and move alongside my mouse. You know that thing that lag you experience when watching courses where you can't find the mouse. You get, so on the course right now, it zooms in with my mouse and you see everything as is happening. So I think that is going to be an amazing experience for everybody that gets the course. Right now it's going for 7,500 naira. I think you can use the link in my bio, and I'm going to try to put a link beneath this video so that you can as well get it. Because it's Figma for brand designers. I'm teaching brand designers how they can be able to use Figma. Thank you so much, everybody. If you really loved, the Abby, maybe the what things I said in the live impacted you, let me know in the comment section. Yeah. See you next week, same time. This is the second Tuesday that we've done Tuesday night live. So Tuesday design live, not night live. Tuesday design live. See you next week. I'd love to review a couple of more people's portfolios in the future. So do all to reach out to me. Send me a message on Instagram. You can easily access my Instagram if you're really serious about it. It's on my bio. Yeah, I've said a lot of things. Good night, everybody. Peace out.